Hello, and welcome to the unboxing of Perry Miniatures Napoleonic Prussian Line Infantry. This would be about the 1812 to 1815 mode, okay? So on the box it says you get 46 figures. 6 of those guys are skirmishers, so they tend to proceed in the front, the vanguard of the battalion or regiment, depending how you want to look at this. And the other 40, well, they form the main block of marching infantry. Perry Miniatures, they are fairly well known in the miniatures business because they've done work for Foundry and Games Workshop. They've set up, obviously, their own company where they have done many lines of miniatures covering different historical periods. But they also continue to expand on that. Now, these guys were originally done in metal. It hasn't been that long ago that they have come out in plastic, and more recently they've done 28mm American Civil War in plastic for Union and Confederate for cavalry, artillery, and infantry. Who knows, I might be interested in that. But for now, we're looking at Napoleonics, for all those Napoleonic fans out there. So, on the back of the box, you have, again, a little bit of give you a little bit of a background for the Prussian line infantry, and again you get to see a color guide here. It just gives you a rough idea of what the Prussians would look like. You have 40 musketeers, 6 Jaegers, you get unit bases, you also get a painting guide and flags, depending what is your interest. Let's open it up and see what we've got. Set those off to the side, and we're going to go ahead. If you notice, with Perry Miniatures kits, you get the bases to go with it, so that's pretty useful. Now, let's get to the main point here for our guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sprues, so I'm going to put those guys off to the side. And then here we can take a look at our basic infantry here. Now you got 5 guys who are the marchers. They are the fusiliers or the musketeers. And then you have the 1 Jaeger in the middle, that he is the Jaeger. Okay. You have the backpacks as well. You have the cartridge belt. You also have the Jaeger head. Now it's kind of cool because you do have different heads. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heads that go on 5 bodies, so you actually have a choice in selecting which head would you like to go on what body, which is really cool. I find that a positive thing here. But anyways, again, be careful when you try to separate this because it is it's hard plastic. So, you know, use a clipper or use an X-Acto blade, but again, be careful how you cut these out. You do need to do a little bit of trimming on some of those mold edges. That has been my experience. I've already done the 40 Fusiliers. I've not done the 6 Jaegers as of yet. I plan to do it at some point in the future. They do paint up very nicely, though, I have to say. Now we get to the command sprue. Now the command sprue, you have the drummer, you have your flag carrier, you also have your non-commissioned officer, your NCO, who's pleading with his men to move forward. You could look at an NCO, you could look at it as a sergeant, something like that. And of course you have your officer who is leading. Again, it's pretty straightforward as far as what part goes with what. Okay, again, you need to use plastic modeling glue for that, and this is for those people who are not as experienced working with miniatures. And then, of course, Warlord Games, well, not Warlord Games, the Perry Miniatures, they love to include a little bit of information here on this handy dandy sheet, which is shiny and colorful. That's a really nice thing for them to do. Again, they give a little bit of a background with our Fusiliers, and they also give you the different units, the different regiments that you're interested in. They give the color schemes, which is really, really useful. Now, these guys, they're there for 1813 to 1815. They can be used for the Russian campaign of 1812 because at one point they were allies of Napoleon Bonaparte against the Russians, but you'd have to buy the conversion pack. I'm trying to represent the last 100 days, the 100-day campaign, personally, so I'm not going to worry about that. But then again, if I played against Russians and I use these guys as allies, I'm not going to hesitate. It's not that big of a deal, unless you're really, really into it. Now, in this case here, again, you'll notice you've got some flags here that depend on which regiment you are creating as well. So these are nice glossy paper flags that you can cut that out, wrap it around the pole, and glue it. I have yet to do it for my first Prussian unit. Now also you got the detail here as far as the sash that goes around the miniature sword that each soldier carries as well. That basically tells you which company that it belongs to. Anyways, so that's it for the unboxing of Perry Miniatures Napoleonic Prussian Line Infantry. And I hope this benefited you guys. Take care. Have a good one.